So now that we know what it takes as far as the goals to the greet, all right, there's one thing you need left that's going to package up the whole deal, okay? It's a showbiz personality, all right? You need a showbiz personality. All right, this is something that we can't train on, unfortunately, all right? It's an attitude. It's an attitude. It's inside of you, all right? You just have to have that dynamic part inside of you that understands when that guy walks into my home, I got to turn it on. It's showtime. That guy just walked. He took the time out of his day to drive 45 minutes out of the way, 35 for some of you guys that work there, 45 minutes out of his way from a job he hates to come here, and he better get a show. It's a show. We're in the want-based retail sales. We got to put on a show. You need that dynamic showbiz personality to understand. I got to put it on. It's time to turn it on, get that attitude right. It's showtime. Okay? So the way we describe this, I want to talk about the people that are coming in your door. All right? So out of all the people that walk in your door, how many are supposed to make it to the traffic log? How many should be on the traffic log? 100%. All right? Statistically, do you know how many make it on the traffic log? I normally get answers between 20 to 35, 45%. 7% ever make it to the traffic log. Okay? So, the reason we talk about that, I want you to take that number and divide it up, add up all of the advertising costs, your payroll, and all the direct expenses of your particular your portion of your department. Okay, add all that together and divide it by the number of people in the log. All right, generally get about $150 to $200. Okay. $150. Let's go on the low side. You said $150. Okay, what is that? That's what the GMs and your ownership and that's what your management group and your owners and your GMs are paying to get each lead in the door. That's the ticket to the show. $150 ticket to the show. Now, what's the last show you went to for $150? What were you expecting to see? Better be a damn good show. So when your GMs and your owners are paying $150 for that customer's ticket, you better give them a show. They better get the Ricky show. They pay for 100% of you, not 75%. You don't get to have a bad day. When that customer comes in, you better turn it on because you have a $150 show to perform. All right, it's performance. It's an attitude. You have to give them a $150 show every time they walk in that door. Think about it. What's the only thing that separates you from every other dealership in the area? You. You separate yourself from every other dealer. I can buy that widget anywhere. I can buy this widget anywhere. I can get politely clerked for this anywhere. The only thing that separates you from every dealer in the area is you. All right? It's all about your attitude. You got to turn it on. All right? So often we hear, oh, I lost a deal to the guy down the road for $500. You know, it kind of sucks. No. You lost a deal because your show wasn't worth the $500 you were asking for. Let's talk about that. So what's the average loan term? The average loan we're writing out here is 500 or 60 months. So if you take the $500 you just lost that deal for and divide it over 60 months, what do you end up with? It's less than $10 a month. You're going to tell me your show's not worth $10 a month? Mine is. Yours better be. That's a tough pill to swallow. All right? So, again, it's an attitude. You need a showbiz personality to blanket it all. All right? Now we're going to go into a couple checklists to make sure you're ready to move forward. All right? Again, there's two goals to the greet. Wrap that up with a showbiz personality, and then we're going to cover the there's two checklists to make sure that you're ready to move on to the next step.